standing here in a little thicket of European bird cherry, which is the official common name. Prunus patatus is the Latin name. Here in Anchorage, a lot of people call it the Mayday tree. But it was introduced as an ornamental tree and planted heavily in the 80s by our city's parks department. What we've since discovered is that it produces these sour black cherries that are spread by birds. So then the birds, of course, poop those out and spread it to new areas where it's aggressively kind of colonizing and takes over.
Normally, like in this area behind us, you'd see roses, high bush cranberry, dwarf dogwood, ferns, and things like that. And it's just very successful in these deciduous shaded environments, and it seems to crowd out all those other things. It creates a whole new layer of shade, essentially, in that mid-story that is kind of seems to be conducive to itself.
Long term, so there's concerns for food, forage availability for moose. As this crowds out the species they can eat, like willow and birch, cottonwood, etc. And as well as for salmon, because our salmon fry in our rivers are eating insects, and a lot of those insects are feeding on leaf litter. And so a UF graduate student from the University of Alaska Fairbanks a number of years ago did a study and found that these trees are contributing a smaller total number as well as a less diverse array of aquatic insects, leaf shredders in our creeks.
To reverse the damage, Anchorage has begun aggressively managing the tree, and it's making a noticeable difference.
We're here in Nadine Park along one of the forks of Little Campbell Creek. And so in this park we treated European bird cherry by two primary methods. The ones that are closer to water within the 10 feet or so of the creek, we were doing a frill technique, or what's called hack and squirt. So we open the bark with a pruning saw, and then just with a squirt bottle we'll inject in glyphosate herbicide that we dilute, usually at 50%. And yeah, just a tiny bit in that cut, and then the plant's plumbing system will suck it in. And our sort of arboreal or interior forests in Alaska tend to be pretty open. This is a great example of kind of a mixed birch spruce forest where you can see the understory is very open. You have lots of little equisetum right now popping up. It's still pretty early in the season, but you can see a few prickly rose back there. Grasses. So with a lot of the bird cherry skeleton, I don't know how well they'll show up on the video at a distance, but there's kind of a lot of mid-canopy, bigger ends, the smaller shrubbier bird cherry that we're starting to really take over. But
we're out here on the Campbell Creek corridor. This is kind of up a bit out of town, and revisiting a spot that Tim had managed to these bird cherry trees at, seeing if we can find any of them remaining. And so far we found one itty bitty little tree that Tim found is all. So that's good.